The hangar sat at the edge of the yard like a tired animal. Its doors were half buried in red dust. Scrap towers leaned around it in crooked silence. The alien broker said it was useless. He said it leaked air. He said the power grid was dead. He said the frame was warped beyond repair. He wanted 5 credits. 5 credits was less than the price of a meal. 5 credits was an insult. I paid without haggling. The broker looked confused. His eye stalks twitched. He asked why a human wanted junk. I told him humans liked projects. That was true. It was also not the real reason. I am Mara Kincaid. I was an engineer in the Terran Defense Corps. I worked black site recovery. I memorized shapes that no one else was allowed to see. I recognized the curve of that hangar the moment I saw it. The aliens did not. They called it a salvage shell. They logged it as pre-contact human industrial debris. They never scanned the inner ribs. They never checked the floor plating. They never asked why the alloy composition did not match any known civilian standard. This was not a junk hangar. This was a ghost frame. Ghost frames were never deployed in open war. They were never sold. They were never meant to exist on paper. They were mobile fabrication hangars. They were forward strike nests. They were how humanity tested its claws in the dark, and one of them had been written off as lost, until now. I brought my crew that night. 3 humans, all of them burned by different wars. Jonah was a pilot who had lost his ship and his pension. Rook was a systems ghost who could talk to dead machines. Ilya was security. She had a calm smile and a history that no one asked about. We cut the dust seals. The doors screamed when they moved. The sound echoed across the junkyard. No one came. Inside the hangar was darkness. Real darkness. The kind that eats light. I placed my hand on the wall. I pressed where the manual latch should be. Nothing happened. Rook laughed softly. He said it was truly dead. I tapped twice, then once, then twice again. The wall HUMMED lights bloomed in layers. Not bright, controlled, military soft. Jonah stopped breathing for a second. Ilya drew her weapon by instinct. The ghost frame woke up. Systems rolled from standby. Air cycled. Gravity stabilized. A tactical core spun up deep below the deck. Rook dropped to his knees. He started crying and laughing at the same time. This hangar had been asleep for 80 years. It still remembered us. We sealed the doors. We masked the emissions. We spent 3 days bringing it back piece by piece. The ghost frame had a name. All of them did. This one was called Persephone. Persephone had built ships once. Fast ones, silent ones. Things that did not show on scanners until it was too late. Its fabrication bays were intact. Its nanoforges were dry but clean. Its pattern library was locked to me. I had signed the burn order long ago. I had believed it was destroyed. The universe has a sense of humor. We did not plan to use it for war. At first, we planned to sell ships, courier hulls, prospector skiffs, legal things. Persephone did not argue. It only asked for parameters. The first ship we built sold in a week. It outperformed alien equivalents by 30%. It needed less fuel. It handled better. It lasted longer. Buyers lined up. That was when the aliens noticed. The junkyard authority sent inspectors. They wore bright badges and fake smiles. They asked about our power draw. They asked about our emissions. They asked why a junk hangar was producing registered hulls. I told them we repaired scrap. I told them humans were clever. They did not like that answer. A week later, the yard was locked down. Alien security ships took orbit. Trade lanes were restricted. A syndicate had taken interest. They wanted Persephone. They did not know what it was. They only knew it was valuable. They sent an offer. I refused. They sent a threat. I ignored it. They sent mercenaries. The first attack came at dawn cycle. 3 boarding teams. Mixed species. Well armed. Persephone detected them before they crossed the yard fence. Ilia smiled. We sealed the doors. We dropped internal gravity to 70%. We rerouted corridors. The mercenaries breached through the roof. They fell wrong. Their steps were slow. Their aim was off. Persephone activated defense protocols that no alien engineer had ever imagined. Walls shifted. Floors tilted. Light patterns induced vertigo. Sound dampers killed coordination. Ilia and Jonah moved like ghosts. Rook locked doors behind the attackers. It was over in 6 minutes. The survivors ran that the syndicate escalated. They accused us of illegal manufacturing. They accused us of weapons development. They accused us of treaty violation. They brought a fleet. That was when Persephone showed us her true purpose. She asked permission to unlock pattern tier black. I hesitated. Once unlocked, there was no pretending, no hiding. I gave permission. The yard shook. Hidden bays opened beneath the dust. Frames rose from the floor. Not ships, platforms, defense shells unfolded. Rail cannons aligned. Point grids came online. The fleet fired first. Their shots vanished. Persephone bent space around the hangar. A localized field. Old human math. We returned fire. We did not destroy them. We disabled them. Engines dead. Weapons fused. Sensors blinded. The alien fleet drifted powerless above. A junkyard. The message spread fast. Humans had found something. Humans had built something. Humans were not done being prey. Diplomats arrived. Then admirals. Then historians. They demanded explanations. I gave them the truth. I told them humans built monsters once. I told them we buried them when we grew afraid of ourselves. I told them this one was sold back to us for 5 credits. There was silence after that. Treaties were revised. Trade laws changed. Inspection protocols were rewritten. Persephone was registered as a sovereign defense platform. Under human flak, we did not go to war. We did something worse. We offered protection, trade convoys, requested escort by human-built ships. Colonos asked for ghost frame coverage. Piracy dropped. Syndicates vanished. The aliens learned a lesson. Never assume human junk is junk. Never assume human history is dead. Persephone still sits in that yard. Her doors are open now. Her lights are warm. She builds ships again. Not killers, guardians. Sometimes new brokers come. They look at the old hangar records. They laugh at the price. 5 credits. They do not laugh for long. Asterisk.